Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you here. Special place. White House is special no matter where you're from. Important discussions as we work to end the killing and stop the war in Ukraine. We're all working for the same goal. Very simple goal. We want to stop the killing, get this settled. I've just had the honor of being with President Zelensky and all of the discussions that we've had. We covered a lot of territory. And I spoke indirectly with President Putin today. We're going to call President Putin right after this meeting. I'm sure we're going to have a solid meeting, good meeting, maybe a great meeting, and we're going to try and work out a trilat after that and see if we can get it finished, put this to sleep, because this is not since the Second World War has there been anything like this.
And when you have a president like Trump saying, hey, I need you guys to come to the White House. We're going to sit down and talk peace. You're telling me that's not a great freaking thing from our own president? Every American citizen should be very proud of what's happening today.
I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one, maybe the best one will be in the future, but it was really good. And we spoke about very sensitive points. The first one is security guarantees, and we are very happy with President that all the leaders are here, and the security in Ukraine depends on the United States and on you and on those leaders who are with us. In our hearts, they have been online before yesterday, and etc. So a lot of countries on the side of Ukraine, our people, and all of us want to finish this war, stop Russia, and stop this war. We spoke about it, and we will speak more about security guarantees. This is very important that the United States gives such strong signal and is ready for security guarantees. The second point, or maybe the first, humanitarian direction, very important to exchange all the prisoners, and I think that President will help. And I was very thankful to your wife again, Mr. President, for the letter about our abducted children, and I hope that really it can be a historic role for the people to bring kids back to the families.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a very important moment. Indeed, we are here, Europeans, as friends and allies. We had a fantastic NATO summit. Together as the two largest and biggest economies in the world, we had the largest trade deal ever agreed. And now we are here to work together with you on a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. Stop the killing. This is really our common interest, stop the killing. And indeed, it's very good to hear that we're working on the security guarantees, Article 5 life security guarantees, so important. But I want to thank you also that you mentioned the thousands of Ukrainian children that have been abducted. And as a mother and grandmother, every single child has to go back to its family. This should be one of our main priorities also in these negotiations, to make sure that the children come back to Ukraine, to their families.
Donald, many thanks for having us today. I think this is extremely helpful that we are meeting and hearing that the two of you are having such a good meeting today here in Washington. The next steps ahead are the more complicated ones now. The path is open. You opened it last Friday. But now the way is open for complicated negotiations. And to be honest, we all would like to see a ceasefire, the latest from the next meeting on. I can't imagine that the next meeting would take place without a ceasefire. So let's work on that, and let's try to put pressure on Russia, because the credibility of these efforts we are undertaking today are depending on at least a ceasefire from the beginning of the serious negotiations from next step on. So I would like to emphasize this aspect and would like to see a ceasefire from the next meeting, which should be a trilateral meeting wherever it takes place.
Well, thank you very much, Donald, Mr. President, for hosting us today in this important meeting. And I think it is an important day, a new phase, after 3 years and a half that we didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is changing, something has changed, thanks to you, thanks also to the stalling in the battlefield, which was achieved with the bravery of Ukrainians and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine. And the reason why I mention it is that we also have to remind that if we want to reach peace and if we want to guarantee justice, we have to do it united. So that's why it's a very good day, the one we are in. You can obviously count on Italy as it was from the beginning. We are on the side of Ukraine, and we do absolutely support your efforts towards peace. We will talk about many important topics. The first one is security guarantees, how to be sure that it won't happen again.
Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting and for your commitment. And everything was said, but I just have to say here, everybody around this table is in favor of peace. And we work very hard, and we've worked very hard during the past few years to have a peace which is a robust and long-standing peace. This is why the idea of a trilateral meeting is very important, because this is the only way to fix it. And by the way, I think as a follow-up, we would need probably a quadrilateral meeting, because when we speak about security guarantees, we speak about the whole security of the European continent. And this is why we are all united here with Ukraine on this matter. In order to organize such a trilateral meeting, your idea to ask for a truce or a ceasefire, at least to stop the killings, as we discussed, is a necessity.
Now, something like this may make Trump one of the best presidents during our lifetime right now. Having a president of the United States invite other world leaders to come into the White House to speak on peace and bringing some nations together, stopping the killing between Russia and Ukraine. And this is something that is going to help save lives and prevent death. And when we have, people in our own country here in the United States that, have this certain viewpoint of what they think of Donald Trump because of, he doesn't agree with this, or the way he does things this way, it's not good, or no president is ever going to be 100% great. But when you have a president step up to the plate and say, you know what, I want to help the American people that live in this country, their home, and also protect them by closing borders, securing the border, making sure people are getting vetted to come into this country to help contribute or be a part of the United States, to become a U.S. citizen, but also to stop wars happening in other places in the world. And being the president in any country is very hard, because you can't just look at a president and say, I'm going to be judging him off of one thing or two things or three things. There is about 1 million plus things that the president has to consider when ruling and running a country, especially when there are so many different states that are governed by their own leaders, that some have different ways of thinking and shaping their state to appeal their people. And the president has to take that into consideration and work with these leaders within our own country and leaders around the world within their own countries. And when you have a president like Trump saying, hey, I need you guys to come to the White House, we're going to sit down and talk peace. You're telling me that's not a great freaking thing from our own president? Every American citizen should be very proud of what's happening today. I mean, I am so glad we're living in this moment right now, and so glad Kamala Harris didn't win, because things would have been so bad in this country. But this is a huge stepping stone towards peace, and I really like it. I hope a lot of you do too. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.